Before we jump into our rookie minicamp reaction video, I'm Harrison Graham. Join the family here at the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We're almost at 42,000 subscribers. We continue to bring you guys daily videos here on the Chiefs Report. So if you want more daily content, subscribe and turn on notifications so you know exactly when we publish a video. Like I said, my name is Harrison Graham, and you are watching the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. We got some rookie minicamp takeaways coming up here on today's show. And first, Andy Reid had his exit press conference from rookie minicamp, and Donovan Smith is not a rookie, but he was a big topic of discussion over the past week after he signed. Will he start? Will he not? Andy Reid kind of confirming that he will start, saying that Smith will start at left tackle and Jawaan Taylor at right tackle to begin OTAs, which I think that part is notable. If Smith comes out and has a bad offseason, period, maybe he won't start, but that is the plan. That has become pretty clear here. Here's Andy Reid, says he's been a left tackle at a high level. He's a good player. He'll be with the left side with the ones. Jawaan Taylor will move over to the right. And I kind of like the will move over, as if Jawaan Taylor has taken all these reps at left tackle. Yeah, they signed him with the thought that he could play left tackle, but the reality is he's been a right tackle his entire career. So from left to right, you got Donovan Smith, Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Jawaan Taylor. And if Smith plays well, I think that's the ideal group because you got two, capable backup tackles if Wanya Morris develops. You got Lucas Niang, who's played some good football in the past. Darian Kennard in there. Nick Allegretti, you've got some quality depth. I like keeping Jawaan Taylor at right tackle. I know a $20 million per year player to play on the right side feels like an overpay and expensive, and you could argue that it is, and I wouldn't counter you. But if he plays at a high level at right tackle, I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed. You know what people will be disappointed in is if they sign a right tackle to play left tackle and he's not capable of doing it at a high level. Now, Donovan Smith, obviously the other part of this equation, playing at left tackle, has got to play better than he did in 2022. Back in 21, left side of your screen, he played really well. And, I've seen a lot of, Bengals Twitter and other AFC teams. Yeah, Donovan Smith sucks, this and that. I'm not saying he's a awesome all-pro player, but he's a starting caliber left tackle when he's right, when he plays well, when he's healthy. He had a bad foot injury last year that he tried to play through. Now, if he struggles like he did in 2022 with the penalties and the sacks, then you really have to revisit things. Like, do you then kick Jawaan Taylor over to the left side? Do you play Wanya Morris or Lucas Niang over there? I think the plan would probably be to kick Taylor over, but that doesn't feel like a guaranteed either. So you're gambling a bit here with this Donovan Smith situation. Like, you need him to at least be adequate on the left side of this offensive line. Now, if he could be close to Orlando Brown, which Orlando Brown was obviously very flawed, but on a one-year kind of Band-Aid situation, if he could give you 80 to 90% of what Brown did last year, which by the end of the year he was playing pretty well, I think you would take that. Jawaan Taylor, you're hoping, is an upgrade from Andrew Riley on the right side. And if that's the case, then your offensive line is just as good, if not better, than it was a year ago. If Smith really struggles, that's a different question for a different day. Hopefully that does not happen. Donovan Smith will start blank games at left tackle. Fill in the blank for me on today's video. In a perfect world, 17, and he plays well, assuming he's fully healthy. So predict it for us. How many games do you think Donovan Smith will start at left tackle? All right, let's get to more specific minicamp news and takeaways, rookie minicamp news and takeaways, I should say. Let's hop into these notes here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Number one, obviously the first-round pick, Felix Anudike-Uzomah, limited first 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, didn't do anything at all. Got the helmet on today, ran around a bit, but was still limited. Andy Reid revealed why today, said that he is recovering from thumb surgery, so they're not trying to rush things. I mean, the last thing you want to do is, get your first-round pick more injured in a rookie minicamp. That's not that viable. Rookie minicamp really is more about the guys lower down the totem pole. Like, if Felix Anudike-Uzomah misses rookie minicamp, minicamp. I don't think it's going to define his career or something like that. They want to get this guy healthy and have him be a situational pass rusher as a rookie, if not more. Obviously, put together 2 solid seasons for Kansas State with 19.5 sacks over the past couple of seasons. There's no reason to force the issue if he's recovering from any kind of injury whatsoever. Now, I mentioned situational pass rusher. I think that's probably going to be his role early on. I think this would be your starting 4 with Anudike-Uzomah rotating in a lot, and I've made the comparison, even though they're different type of players. George Karlaftis, last year, he was kind of your 5th defensive lineman to start the season, rotated in a lot, then by the end of the year was the starter. I think that could definitely happen with Anudike-Uzomah. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully the thumb heals nicely and he can get more involved during OTAs. BGJ Thompson, the later round edge rusher that Kansas City drafted out of Stephen F. Austin, the Baylor transfer, he has been adding weight because he was listed at like 215, really light guy at 6'6". He talked about saying that he's gotten up to 240 pounds, thanks to Pete Sweeney for this tweet. Say he got up to 240 during the draft process, and says he's still putting on weight in Kansas City. Defensive line coach Joe Cullen attended his private workout, and the Chiefs made sure to get him. So I said it when they picked him, I'll say it now. He was like, for most outside draft experts, like 6th, 7th round guy, maybe even a UDFA. Chiefs got him in the 5th, so they clearly recognized something when they visited with him that they liked, so they went up and got him in the 5th round. And, if he can get up to 250 or so, I think that'd be a good playing weight for him as long as he can still rush with a decent speed. Raw talent, we'll see if he can reach his potential. More to discuss, but speaking of the draft, Chiefs draft hat's still available. And by the way, it's not like you can only wear these during the draft. You can wear these all year long. I mean, these look sweet. The draft was in Kansas City this year. I recommend picking one up right now. Chatsports.com/Chiefs draft hats. That's going to get you to the place you need to go to shop and get your favorite style today. We got the flat bills, different color schemes, curved bills, fitted, non-fitted. It's all available. Chatsports.com/Chiefs draft hats. Check that link in the comments and in the description. Click and shop today and pick up a sweet little Chiefs hat here. I think it's a very, very good look. Okay, is Nic Jones the next cornerback gem that Brett Veach has found later in the draft? We talked about this a lot leading up to the draft, that Veach has done a good job of finding good corners on day 3. L'Jarius Sneed, Josh Williams, Jalen Watson. They also traded for Charvarius Ward from the Cowboys, who was, a few years back, who was completely off people's radar. He ends up becoming a number 1 corner and signs a big contract with San Francisco. Like, Veach has done really well in scouting and finding these kind of cornerback gems, and Nic Jones showed out during rookie minicamp. He was one of the guys that kind of flashed, and during rookie minicamp, teams aren't putting out 20 highlight clips or anything, but he had an interception where it was one-on-one coverage. He jumped up, tipped the ball up, and as he was falling down, was able to secure it. Really athletic play. You could see the ball skills on display, and again, I thought the Chiefs at some point in this draft would draft a corner. Obviously, it didn't happen until round 7 with Nic Jones, but I think you plug him into this room and he competes right away. I think your top 4 is probably set with McDuffie, Watson, Sneed, and Williams, but after that, it's up for grabs. Nazeeh Johnson was pretty much just a special teams guy last year. Same with DiCaprio Bootle, who spent time on and off the practice squad. I think Nic Jones, if he can be a good player on special teams and continue to show these ball skills, he could be your 4th or 5th corner on this team. We'll see how he progresses. Keandre Coburn, I think he's going to be a fan favorite. This is your Colin Saunders replacement. He's just a bowling ball defensive tackle, athletic, and like Colin Saunders, excuse me, not Colin Johnson, Colin Saunders. He's also wearing number 99. I mean, he looks like Colin Saunders out there with just his body shape there, just low to the ground, physical, athletic. I think he'll replace him well as a rotation nose tackle. I think he gets playing time in year 1. I really, really do. And then, not a rookie, but a note that came out of minicamp over the weekend, and Andy Reid talked about it a little bit today. Isiah Pacheco still recovering, and he played through some crazy injuries last year that kind of surfaced this weekend. Torn labrum that he played throughout the playoffs. Also had a hand injury. I think he had a broken bone in one of his hands. That's pretty crazy that he's just out there running people over with the torn labrum. Had offseason surgeries on both, so he is still recovering from that. But I think the excitement around this kid is very real. The way he finished last year, ran playing in the playoffs. I think he's got a real chance to be the first Chiefs 1,000-yard rusher since, I believe, Kareem Hunt. So that's exciting to think about. Had 830 last year on just 170 carries. That's almost 5-yard average. 5 touchdowns. I think he could rush for 1,000, maybe double his touchdown output. If you're looking for a breakout player on this offense, I think Isiah Pacheco is a prime candidate. So get him healthy, get him fully recovered, and hit the ground running, because I think he's going to be a stud in this offense. All right, folks, appreciate it. There are some news and notes from Rookie Minicamp this weekend, and more to come with OTAs around the corner, and then Minicamp, and Veteran Minicamp, and Training Camp in July. It's all going to be here very fast. So subscribe, turn on your notifications, don't miss any of it as we continue to keep you guys in the loop here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. So appreciate the support and all of your guys' interactions.